up, Cobbs? Hey. You know, I'm a comic, but I'm a light-skinned Mexican as well, which I know can be confusing sometimes, because anytime I put on the collar, people just think I'm a manager at a Taco Bell. You guys ever realize that? All the managers are always the light-skinned Mexicans? I think it's because we can do this. Hey, Marquis, I'll put on that way. I can turn around and be like, I'm so sorry, man, we're all out of gordillas tonight. Hey, speaking of light-skinned Mexicans, do you guys know Superman is the most Mexican superhero there is? Yeah, don't believe me? Check it out. The guy left his homeland because it was going to shit. He came to this country without the government knowing, and then he works under a different identity. I know a Mexican when I see one. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's an undocumented immigrant. That's what that is. And like, I'm pretty sure he keeps on saving Lois Lane because he wants to get his papers, you know what I mean? Right. I actually grew up a couple years in Mexico, you guys. As a little kid, I was a little chunky kid. That's what made it hard, because my uncles and aunts always gave me a hard time about my weight. The problem is that they were overweight too. Yeah, my uncles, they'd be like, Nico, it's so easy to lose weight. All you have to do is eat fruits and vegetables like broccoli and watermelon. And as a kid, I would just look at my uncles and think, well, if it's that easy, why do you look like a watermelon? My grandma was the one that raised me out there, you guys. I'm really close to her. I check in on her every now and then. But I called her up recently and I was like, yeah, Abuelita, how you doing? What are you up to? She's just like, oh, nothing, mijo. Just here waiting for a stroke. Yeah, you notice older people say dark stuff like that all the time? I started noticing when she turned 91 years old, you guys. 91 years old. Yeah. We were all excited as a family. You know, we were all like, Grandma, may you have any more? She just looked at me. She was like, dos no más. And like, I kid you not, I walked in the living room the other day and I see her on the couch like this. I started freaking out. I was like, oh my God, my mom saw me. She's like, no, relax. That's just how she sleeps now. I was like, what is she practicing? God damn. Scaring the shit out of me. Obviously, I didn't always live with her. I moved over here, lived with my mom and my dad, which that was very different for you guys. Because like, I don't know about you guys, but my mom was a very tough mother. Like, my mom was so tough. She made my dad do all the cooking and the cleaning while she sat on the couch scratching her balls. Yeah, we were always wondering, because my dad was always running around scared, was he the one that gave birth to us? Like some kind of Mexican seahorse? And like, my dad sometimes made me feel like he couldn't do certain things, you guys. Like, I remember when I was a little kid struggling with the math assignment. I didn't know what to do. I went up to my dad. I was like, Papa, can you take a look at this? I'm stuck. Grabbed it, stared at it for a while, and she was like, Mijo, real men solve their own problems. I didn't know math was a rite of passage. When I grew up out here, I went to a majority Mexican and black high school, you guys. And tensions was high between the two races. So high that the school decided to bring in the sheriff's department with beanbag guns on the rooftops. Yeah, true story. But I thought it was fucked up. They decided to shoot beans at Mexicans, you know what I mean? They didn't even feel bad, too. They were just like, oh, you missed breakfast, Jose? Well, here's some lunch. I was just there confused, like, they better start shooting watermelon seed bags, too. Shit. Oh, don't groan at that. You laughed at the bean joke. You gotta laugh at that one. I went to Davis for undergrad. You guys went to Davis? Davis people. Davis is weird, though, you guys. You can tell just how weird they are. Davis was weird for me because Davis made me realize exactly how hood I was. I didn't think I was hood. I was a nerdy kid from high school that went off to college, you know. But in Davis, I realized I was hood because only people from the hood locked up their stuff. Yeah, you know how many times I would go over to a friend's house and they'd be all upset. I'd ask them what's wrong. They'd be like, somebody just stole my bike. I'd try to sympathize. Somebody cut your lock and took it? No, I left it on the front porch unlocked. I had to correct them. I was like, oh, you mean you gifted it away? That's what you did. Because where I was from, shoot, if you saw something unlocked, you're just like, Christmas came early this year. And I know if you didn't laugh at that joke, you probably had your bike stolen. College was also the time that I realized my parents were a little bit physical with us. Just a little bit, you know? But I realized that when I was dating my girlfriend. Because like my girlfriend loved to show me love. You know, give me some hugs every now and then. But just one time she came in from behind. I just saw that hand and I went, oh shoot. She was like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know. I just got the sudden urge not to talk back. She was like, well, you better not. And that's when I knew that she was the one. Because she said it while she was stretching her balls. Yeah, man, I'm a substitute teacher. I work as a sub. Thank you so much. We have some teachers in the house. See if these jokes relate to you guys. I try to be real with my students, you guys. Prepare them for the real world. Which is why when somebody walks up to me and says, Mr. Castro, do I really need to do this assignment? I usually look at them and say, look, you're always talking back. You never pay attention. You don't have to do this assignment, but you should study the menu for Taco Bell, kid. Gotta get them ready. You guys, as a teacher, you get the best and worst with kids. Sometimes you walk into a classroom and you don't even need to say anything. Kids just do their work. They're like, I got you, teach, and they go off and do their thing. Other times you got the student put their phone away and they call you the N-word. Yeah. But you gotta remember, majority black and Mexican high school heard the N-word all the time, but what threw me off about this time is that it came from an Asian girl. That was different. And like, have you guys ever realized that we stopped saying kids are the future? At some point, we just decided, like, between them doing this all day on videos, like, yeah, we're fucked. Sometimes I think of random things as a sub, man. Like, have you guys ever realized also that we don't have any good Martin Luther King jokes? Yeah, no good Martin Luther King. So I started doing some research on him, trying to come up with a joke. Found out the guy might have had a few affairs. Did you guys hear about this? Some people say it's a conspiracy. They're trying to bring down Martin Luther King. The moment I heard it, I couldn't stop wondering, I wonder what that guy's dirty talk is like. Because you know, Martin Luther King had a very specific way of speaking. I just started imagining him getting down with the girl and being like, I want you to lick me from the lowest valley of my balls to the highest peak of my dick. I want you to tickle the hills of my nipples and frolic in the plains of my taint. That must have been his I have a wet dream speech, you know what I mean? That's been my time. My name is Castro. Thanks so much.